My name is Ronald, and I'm a friend of the family. My wife has chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm 68 and she's 72. We call it fibromyalgia. She's been diagnosed probably about 3 years with it, perhaps 4.
Since then, has it improved or gotten worse?
It basically stays the same. She sleeps probably, she'll get up in the morning at 6, read the newspaper, go back to bed at 7, probably sleep until noon until I come home, and then be up for an hour, and then sleep from 1 till 5, and then get up in time for dinner and go to bed about 9 and sleep till 7 the next morning. It hasn't gotten any worse, but it hasn't gotten any better. When she's awake, she's very active, but she just is extremely tired all the time.
What treatments or therapies does she go through?
Basically, the doctor's got her on about 12 different kinds of medicine, and there really isn't, she's got a low pain level. So every time she catches a cold or a virus, she runs to the doctor. So that doesn't help the situation. He said basically there's nothing he can do at her age.
Mm-hmm. Do you think she'll ever fully recover from this?
Oh no, you never recover at that age. But it probably will never get any worse either. Mm-hmm. It's just that if we go to a movie, by the time the movie's over, she's ready to fall asleep on the way home in the car. So any place we go has to be limited to a 2 or 3 hour stretch at the most. Or otherwise she just asks if she can lay down on the couch and take a nap.
Has this affected your work and also your lifestyle?
Well, she's retired from Target. And I'm a general contractor, a plumbing contractor, and basically she doesn't work with me, so the scheduling is immaterial. I just leave in the morning. When I come home, I know she's resting.
Has it affected her physical appearance or disposition?
I would say in the last 5 years, she's probably gained about 30 pounds, which she can never use. Disposition-wise, she's usually in a good mood when she wakes up, but as she gets more tired, it's basically, you know when not to ask any questions because she's really tired then, so I don't talk to her. But she's always cheery when she's wide awake, so it hasn't affected her in that department at all.
How long did it take the doctor to diagnose it?
Well, my stepdaughter is a nurse practitioner, and she was kind of aware of it about 6 years ago. She told her mother to take this test and that test, but because she's got a low threshold of pain, it was kind of hard to figure out exactly what it was until probably 4 years ago, because it kind of mixed in like you got a sore stomach and I got to sleep all the time because I don't feel good. So it took a while to figure it out. But over the last 3 years, it's just a positive deal. And the pattern stays about the same. But it doesn't affect her health in any other way. It's just that she's got to sleep all the time.
In the past 10 years, how has it changed your lifestyle?
Well, I was thinking back about 7 years ago, we took a trip back to see the relatives in Minnesota. We probably drove from here to Albuquerque nonstop, and she just rested all night. But by the time we started back, we were coming out of Deadwood, South Dakota. She pretty much had to sleep quite a bit because it finally caught up to her. And then a couple years later, we could only maybe go for 6 hours, like an overnight trip to Winslow or something. And then it's progressively got worse. So now we can go 3 hours to a movie, and then she won't fall asleep on the way home from the movie. But it probably won't get any worse, but then the doctor really doesn't know one way or the other.
Has she gotten any other illnesses since she was diagnosed?
I would say no, but I can think back 20 or 30 years when she didn't used to catch a cold so easy or catch a virus so easy. The cold weather didn't bother her as much, the hot weather didn't bother her. But since she's been diagnosed, yeah, the heat or the cold bother her a lot. She catches a cold faster, just gets a lot of aches and pains quicker than she used to 20 or 30 years ago. So in that department, her health somewhat deteriorated, but then she went from being 35 to 72, so that could have something to do with it too. And nobody else in her family's got it. There's no history in either side of the family of that. So it's, we don't know if it's hereditary or just one of those things that happens.